Hello, good afternoon. Alaina Salks here. Today we're going to be talking about how to make a wall planter for inside of your house. We just recently got in these really cool new rusted wall planters, which you can put inside or outside. And today we're going to show you how to plant this up so that you can hang it inside of your house. So I have this in two sizes. This is the smaller size and I have a larger size. And we actually have a bunch of other different kinds of metal wall hanging planters here at Riverview. We have these really great gray metal ones that you can plant up. I have this in 3 different sizes, and then I have half sizes of this as well. But for today's purposes, we're going to be working with these new, cool, rusted planters. So you've got your 2 holes here that you'll be able to mount the planter on, and then your container. Now the container is welded really nicely on the inside. You probably can't see that, but just to be safe, since I'm making this up for an inside planting, I'm going to line it first with some plastic. So I'm just going to take a plastic bag, just a simple regular plastic bag that doesn't have any holes in it. Check for holes first, or you can use some other kind of thick plastic. And I'm just going to start by putting that right into the planter, and I'm going to leave all this excess around the outside. And then I'm going to fill it with dirt. And pack the dirt down a little bit. Fill it with a little more dirt. Okay, wonderful. And then I'm going to start arranging my plants in here. So because it's a wall planter, I'm going to assume that I'm going to put it somewhere in the house where there isn't a whole lot of direct sunlight because it's going to be hanging on a wall. So I'm going to use ferns and ivy and low light houseplants so that this can be mounted on a wall somewhere near a bright light source where it won't get direct light. So the first thing I'm going to do is my little bird's nest fern here. Put that in here. Great. This guy. Ooh. Got some dirt inside my bird nest fern. Plant a little ivy up on the side here. And then I'm going to add a kind of maidenhair fern on the end. So these are all low light plants that are going to do really well inside the house, probably sitting on against a wall near a window. So I'm going to add a little more soil in there now that I have my plants in there. Make sure they're all packed nice and tight. They've got plenty to grow into. Now, because I'm lining this with plastic, it's important to note that once you have it on your wall and you're watering it regularly, that there won't be any drainage. So you really have to adjust your watering to the fact that there's not going to be any drainage. So you're going to have to water less. You're going to want to get in the habit of just sticking your finger in the dirt and checking the moisture level before deciding to water, because you don't want your plants sitting in water, because what will happen is prevents gas exchange in the roots and they will start to rot. So plants like water, but they like to have a little bit of water, and then they like to dry out just a little bit. Not a lot, but they do like to dry out a little bit. They don't like to be sitting in water unless they're a pond plant. So you do have to keep that in mind once it's hanging on the wall. So there's my little planter. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut at the edge of the plastic so that you don't see it. And this is a great way to line anything that you might want to turn into a planter. So if you've got some really cool old antique item at home that you want to make into a planter but you don't want to ruin, you can try lining it with plastic before you plant it. You still have to be careful because anything you do plant can get ruined over time. But lining it with plastic this way does help keep it protected. I'm cutting a little bit below where the pot level is so that I can kind of hide that plastic. Okay, so I've got the front, and now I just need to do the back. And when you first are done, you might see the plastic a little bit, but as the plants grow in, they're going to grow over it. So that'll be less visible with time. Sorry, this part kind of takes a little while. Okay, so now I'm just going to gently tuck my plastic back a little bit. About that, I lost connection there for a second. So I've just tucked my plastic in, and you can see now I have this lovely wall planter. And all I would have to do is measure the distance between these two holes in the back, mount some hooks, that are nice and secure, and will be able to take the weight of the planter, and I can have this beautiful planter on a wall in my home. So, like I said, we do have these awesome wall planters for sale here at Riverview. There's two sizes. This is the smaller size, and there's a larger size. And then we have a nice variety of other metal planters, as well as things like woolly pockets for if you want to do a really complicated vertical wall, green wall planting in your home. This is a great way to start with a green wall without having to purchase too many items, and you can always add more onto your wall to create sort of that green wall effect. So thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can ask questions after the fact, after this is live. If you have them, I'm happy to answer. Hi Carmen, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'm Alaina Salks, and I do these tutorials. I try to do them every week live so that you can tune in and ask questions while I'm here. I work at Riverview Nursery, and we are open right now, even though it's still winter. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, Saturday from 10 to 4, and Sunday from 11 to 4. And starting in April, we'll be going back to our spring hours, so we will be open even longer. So come in and see us. If you're wondering about our spring hours, go to our website at www.riverviewtree.com. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.